Spencer, you good to go?
Yeah, I just want to say that when Dan was telling his story about that male guy, I thought it was a metaphor for like 2/3 of the story.
No, it really happened.
Yeah, like
there was a guy who
the president is like a mailman with a flying bicycle.
And I want to know what's going on with that guy.
See, I would vote for that guy.
Is that guy in Guantanamo now? Like what?
Under arrest.
Is he going to die mysteriously when we're not paying attention?
He's duct taped to a folding chair somewhere.
We should have him on the show.
Oh yeah.
And we should get him some D&D books if he's in prison. Don't let me forget about that.
Spencer, do we have a guest encapsulator?
Yeah, his name was Stephen Bissett.
And also AIDS.
AIDS also wrote this intro.
Stephen Bissett, you said?
I think, yeah.
Any relation to Angela?
I hope not.
All right. Here we go.
Damn it.
That would be so good.
Okay, it's coming up. You're going to do it to that music.
Oh, am I?
You want to?
I don't care.
And I don't want to distract everybody, but Spencer told me this is the music he fucks to. So just try to listen to the recap, but then don't picture that.
Yeah. Last time on Harmontown, after a disjointed but surprisingly effective capture of crime syndicate member Arturo Spaguli, our heroes took turns asking intimidating questions that left the man confused. Nightblade cut through the confusion, and with wide eyes and a lacerated hand, Arturo pointed them back to the Burger Tyrant. At the restaurant, Eve started things off using her stun gloves on the nearby guard, kicking him into fry cooks. Dr. Friend used a magical barrier to trap the enemies, while Nightblade found Jelly Dervish locked in a freezer. Sorry, I'm truncating this a little bit. It's long. Child in tow, the group quickly left the shot-up Burger Tyrant with a Doritos-eating Hordeguard, driving them away to a distinct dark area somewhere in Seattle. But what will they do when they get there? Did Eve ruin the song Butterfly Kisses for everyone? Let's find out now.
All right, thank you.
Now.
So the whole squad right now, we're all in the van. We got Jelly Dervish, who's a 10-year-old kid, right? 8? What was he?
Sure. I don't know.
He's a youngster.
Yeah.
And he's in the van with us.
And you also got Arturo Spaguli in the van.
And he's tied up, right?
Yep.
And, okay, so are we at the dark area?
You're in a dark area.
What?
We got Jelly Dervish. We got to bring him back to our Johnson, right? Don't we have to bring him back to our Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, who was that, by the way? That's Arturo talking.
Cool Dave was retired for a while, right?
Oh. What?
Wait, who's asking? Who's our...
Oh, just me. Arturo.
Oh, no, don't ask about our Johnson.
Oh.
Rude.
Just trying to make
Spencer, what was the name of our Johnson?
What was his name? Ryan Dervish.
Ryan Dervish. Hey, Jelly, we want to bring you back to your dad so we can get paid. You okay with that?
Oh, interesting. His dad, you say?
Who's this talking?
Arturo.
Okay. All right, you've got the floor.
Oh, I'm just listening to your guys' conversation. Don't mind.
Seems like you're doing more than that. Seems like a very assertive form of listening. Listening usually takes the form of...
You don't get to be a mafia man by listening unassertively.
So wait, you're saying you didn't know that this kid was Ryan Dervish's son?
No, I just didn't know he hired you guys to, steal him from us.
You sound so titillated by that. You're talking like a guy that wants to get whacked.
I'm talking about a guy who knows who to whack next.
Might I suppose that one of us stays with Spiguli, and also that the rest of us get out of the car and come to some sort of plane?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Is it okay? Pretty good. So this is what happens. We all get out of the van, except for who's staying. Which one of you?
He's tied up. We can just leave him there.
I'm good.
Someone should stay with him.
Just in case.
I'll stay with Arturo.
No. This is good.
I feel like you guys. There might be a little one-on-one scene coming up with you and Arturo Spaguli.
This was sort of Hotegod's plan for entertainment purposes.
I see.
On the comlink, is it possible I might call this dervish and find out where he is?
Yeah.
This is what I do.
Bleep, bloop, bleep. Hey, how's it going?
Well, we have your target.
That's fantastic.
Can you give us some sort of location or give me a fix on where you are?
Why don't you meet me at Hank's last stand where we first met?
Will you tell those people there to stand the fuck down and leave me alone?
Hey, Hordegaard, are you on the
different
phone?
place.
I'm on the comm link. Are you on the comm with Ryan Dervish right now?
This is exactly what I am.
Yeah. I think do we want to let him know that we just told Spaguli that he hired us? That might be sensitive information.
For the record, I have shut down my comlink on mute for a brief moment.
I feel like that might be something he wouldn't want us to have said. Like that was supposed to be more of a black op.
Yeah, I think we kind of took the shadow out of the Shadowrun and made it more of a great day marathon.
More of a Honolulu marathon.
Noontime jog.
Maybe we could tell him when we get to the place. And
Where'd
just be
you
like,
go?
drop him off and then just like book it.
Probably after the payment.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. we might have,
He'll probably want to know
okay.
that.
Well, look, that's why I'll stay with Arturo. I mean, one good threat to repercuss deserves another.
You can punch that up later while we go drop the kid off.
I'm not a writer. I'm a bounty hunter.
All right, so I call an Uber to get us and the kid to take us to go drop off.
I hate that they out-survived Lyft.
I know that they were better, right?
It's like, do the robots also harass women? I'm a feminist.
I have Jeff
And I stole Jeff Goldblum's glasses.
No, you didn't, you fucking liar.
I fear for our youth.
All right, so I call up an Uber.
You have the Uber.
Okay, so how far away is Ryan Dervish from us?
Oh, not far. With Arturo Spaguli in tow, you arrive at Hank's last stand, your home base sort of thing.
Right.
It's the old rotten bar. You walk in and you see there's a guy here. It's normally pretty empty, this place, but this guy, he's wearing a fabulous blue and magenta suit with a face mask, and he's got a bow slung over his shoulder. He's just enjoying a glass of water.
Can I use my sense of perception to see what sort of dangers might exist?
He has the danger of potentially shooting you with one of his arrows in his bow. Other than that, you can't really perceive any dangers.
Now, Mercy, you're our face woman. You want to go up there and do the how do you do's?
Yeah, I've got was it +2 for impressions? Yes, I do. All right, so I want to walk over to this really bright dude. Hi, what you doing here? I've
I'm
never seen
just
you
having
before.
a drink.
Oh, this is
Alone.
good. I've never seen you around here before.
That's not surprising.
What brings you around here in this neck of the woods? It's kind of dark and skeevy around here, and you seem like a bright color fellow.
Just to meet a friend.
I look around to see if Ryan Dervish is in the room.
Ryan Dervish is he's talking to Teddy over in the corner.
Okay, I guess we should. We'll keep.
I'm not here, right?
We'll keep an eye on that guy, but let's go over and drop off the football over to Ryan Dervish.
I'll stay with the colorful fellow just in
Okay.
case.
I take. Well, you're our negotiator, so maybe she should take her over to the to Ryan Dervish, right? Or take Jelly over.
Whatever you guys want, man.
It'd be
lot
kind
of
of
ways
weird
to
if I walked
succeed.
away from this guy.
I think it was kind of going weird.
Yeah,
I think it might be. It's weird if you stay there. I think.
I'll just say I'll see him later, and I walk away.
Say you have to take a shit.
I haven't.
I have to go potty. I'll see you later.
Oh, nice.
I haven't
Getting
made
down to the
contact.
potty.
Sorry. I haven't made contact with him yet, so I can stand casually by.
Yeah.
And if I see him doing anything funny with the bow, I can throw up a physical barrier.
That's nice.
Nice,
Good.
Doc. Nice, Doc. So Doc and I will hang back and keep an eye on Fancy Suit Bow Guy while Mercy goes over and drops off Ryan. And Mercy, don't forget to get that extra money.
All right, so we got the kid. Walk over to Teddy and the dude.
Oh, you brought up my son to jelly. Thank you so much. I am overcome with emotion.
I'm so glad to hear that. Where's our payment?
Was there any mishaps or maybe speed bumps along the way?
I will have to say, no, it's all good. We did everything the way you wanted it to be, very low key.
It sounds like it. I like that. Here is your monies.
It was kind of a long journey, and we had our expenses, food and water and all that. Out of
It
curiosity,
took you a couple hours. I'm really impressed. You spent that much on food and expenses?
We had to buy a lot.
You'd be
We bought a
surprised.
lot of hamburgers, I think, didn't we?
Yeah. It takes a lot to keep up these appearances. We gotta look like we're doing something not skeevy.
Well, I gotta say, when you first took this job, I told you I was very poor. I did not have a lot of money, and we agreed upon a price based on that basis, you see.
That is very true, but we went through a lot just to get your precious, adoring son, who was wonderful the entire way, by the way.
And as we agreed, I will pay extra. He takes off his shoe and gives it to you.
Oh, he gave us a shoe today. How much money did we get?
500 apiece, I think.
And a shoe. All
Two
right.
shoes now.
2 shoes. No, we got both shoes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's a full pair.
Give us
Well, I'm still with Arturo Spiculi.
Yeah.
Where am I?
I thought...
In the van,
I think
right?
you were all in the Uber, and you're just in the Uber outside
So
of
I'm just
the
with him in
bar.
the Uber.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, so I go, about that active listening thing you learned in the Mafia?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I learned it too. I couldn't help but hear that you think that you might whack somebody based on something you heard.
I might.
Right, so puts you in a weird position now, right?
What do you mean?
Well, I know that you're going to make me look like a bad employee if I don't kill you. So, conflict, me, in a world where life means nothing.
Well, what is it worth it to you? You already got paid, right?
Well, what does a bullet cost?
Jesus Christ.
Unlike you, my job's based on a reputation, being a classy guy. People need to be able to trust me. Apparently, you just leave a trail of slime wherever you go. You'll fuck over anybody.
Hodegaard has simultaneously on Comlink called up another Uber and then also lifted his rifle just in case.
Another Rupert?
Rifle.
Uber.
Okay, sorry.
Why don't we just
Sounds
boil it
good.
down to this? I mean, I feel like in a world of muck where my job is to rake through shit and make money doing it, I had this one job where I rescue a kid and bring him back to his dad, and you're attempting to make that job dirty, and all I got to do to clean it up is shoot one piece of shit.
And, destroy a lot of security footage.
Sorry, what?
I'm just saying. Faces all over the place in that Burger Tyrant.
So you're saying you're not the only link between this rescue mission and Jelly's father?
No, I'm not. There's all sorts of technology that protects, us.
So in other words, if I were to take an active interest in the long, happy life of Jelly and his father, I would have to be very vigilant.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So I would do that either by having security cameras of my own, and constantly spending a lot of money on that, or as one man who is able to get you in the back of a car, I could just say to you, say to your friends, if anything ever happens, it would be bad for everybody all the time. They would never know when. They'd be taking a bath. I'd be the rubber ducky. They would be eating burgers in a restaurant. I'd be the mayonnaise. My name is Jim Nightblade.
Do one more scenario. Or maybe do 3 or 4 more of those.
They'd be at the movies, and a guy'd be going, yup, and they'd go, who's that? And it would be me, and my popcorn would be a gun. I'm just saying, I keep a backlog. I'm not like you. I don't spin a web and draw the joy from other people.
No.
I'm on the run, and I go from job to job. And when I do a job for somebody, and the job is to keep their son alive, I check back. If I check back, I hold you accountable. You're like my employee now, and my payment is your life. You deal with the security cameras. You deal with all that. Because if anything ever happens, like, it's you that gets fired first. Air quotes around fired. Fired from God's universe. With difficult arbitration. It won't be like you're walking down the sidewalk and you have a phenomenon stroke. It'll just be like, I'll take you into a warehouse and I'll take shit out on you. I'll use you as an excuse to vent things that all men have inside them. You know what they do in prison, right? Like they look at child rapists and they go like, "Oh, finally a reason to be who we are." This world's a prison. You're a pedophile.
Cliffhanger.
That's not a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger.
All right. Well, it's a reason to tune in next week. Thanks, Scooter.
Scooter, everybody, please.
The man of the hour, Scooter.
Alyssa.
SCUTA. SKUTA.
Demorge Brown.
Alyssa. Demorge. Chris and Dustin and
let's thank Dave motherfucking Klein for coming up, shall we?
Dave Klein. Thank you, Alyssa.
Adam Goldberg, Superman Eric.
Thank you.
Spencer Critton, and I'm Jeff Davis. Your mayor one more time is Mr. Dan Harmon. Thank you so much for coming. We worship and adore you.